everyone. It has been a hot minute since I've last done a thought of the day, and I thought, why not jump on the socials and do something? And here I am. So, a thought that I've had of late is looking at people who are really struggling finding work after layoffs, finding work after being retrenched. And depending on what industry it is, depending on at what seniority level they were when they were laid off, that kind of influences how long they are sitting without the next option. I think that COVID has really been that tipping point and inflection point for pretty much everything that we do, in the way that we operate businesses, in the way that we manage people. There's most certainly been a strong outcry and a strong demand for more human-centered leadership. That's a different topic for a different thought of the day. But what I wanted to touch on was that I do believe that as people who are responsible for people experience strategies, now it can be you, the startup owner, the founder of a company. If you've got a small team, you'll essentially be the person making all the people experience decisions. Or if it's a large corporate, it would typically be your chief human resource officer, in partnership with your chief learning officer. But whatever the taxonomy is in your business, whoever is responsible for framing and forming and implementing people experience strategies, at the same time also consideration for employee value proposition. Really be mindful and take into consideration to bake in or to knit in entrepreneurial skills into your onboarding program, entrepreneurial skills within your leadership programs, because it is very clear that has become a very important skill. I'm not going to venture in saying that it's more important than breathing, but it's right there in the upper echelons of importance. But as businesses, and especially if you take your ESG mandate very seriously. So on the social side of things, when it comes to enabling your people and improving the lives and the life experience of those individuals within your business, and within the communities that you operate in, I do believe that it is a corporate social responsibility to equip people with those skills. Because guess what? These days, it is an inevitability that you are most likely going to have to let people go. It's no longer an if. The macroeconomic state has pretty much proven that it is a given that we will go through cycles where that is going to happen. Now imagine, if you have got a workforce that are also equipped with entrepreneurial skills, that are also equipped in understanding the principles of business acumen, of commercial acumen. So not only do they make sound commercial decisions within your business, but for your business, but in the event when they lose their job, where they can contribute to society in a meaningful way, because now they've got the skills, they've got the toolkit that they can draw from to actually continue making ends meet. And who knows, in turn they can even service you as a larger corporation by offering their services back to you as a freelancer, as a consultant, as an independent contractor, whatever you want to call them. but is an opportunity for businesses, for corporations to actually help make a difference in society and not just pay lip service to it. Second to that, and I think these two are closely related, and if you can pull this off, which for me it's possible, it's very low hanging fruit, why don't you partner with surrounding tertiary institutions that are accredited to do recognition of prior learning assessments? What that essentially means is that you afford individuals within your business that's been working there for years the opportunity, and again, it's an offering, it's an EVP strategy. Offer them the opportunity to go through that assessment so they can actually formalize the years of experience that they've built up. Because when the inevitable happens and you have to let them go, there's nothing formalized on their CVs, because they've spent all of 10 years, 15 years, 20 years being very loyal employees to you, being very loyal and adhering to the policies of not moonlighting. Can we please strike that policy through? Now, I have to just put down a caveat here. If you are a business that actually understands the concept of paying the employees what they are worth, then fine, don't touch that clause. But if you are a company, which is the majority, that are still trying to make a profit on bringing in cheaper labor, I want to categorically state that you have no right to have a do not moonlight clause in your policies. Because if an employee can't even afford to travel to their place of work, then that's a serious problem. There's a term for it, it's called underemployment. So the least that you can do is allow them the dignity to be able to establish and create alternative streams of income. Because let's face it, you are most likely also going to have to let them go. Now, what a bad reflection on your EVP if you have not put certain things in place to actually help set up your employees for success within your business and beyond. I guess what I'm saying is that as businesses, let's do better. Let's try and create an environment, an ecosystem of humaneness. Is that a word? Of humanity, of caring for our people. And when I say caring, I mean genuinely caring. Because it goes without saying, what you give comes right back. Now there's a caveat to this. It doesn't mean that you have to make sure when you do employ people that there's an element of maturity, because it's not any employee that will appreciate these opportunities. It's not any employee that's going to interpret these opportunities as a business investing in their people, which in turn will make them feel like this is a place I really want to give my all. I really want to invest my effort, my expertise here, because nothing cuts that off at the knees faster than an employee that picks up that a company does not value them. So yes, that was my thought for the day. In a nutshell, build up your people. Build them up with the skills that they need for the current times. It's an inevitability that people are going to be let go at some point or the other. So why don't you help set up your people that for the life beyond your company, your business, that they still have a modicum of dignity within them? Because now they have got a beefed up CV that will hopefully, depending on the health of the economy, that will hopefully speed up them finding their next job. And or they have the entrepreneurial skills to get something off the ground quickly. That's the least that we could do. That's my thought for the day. Hopefully I'll be back soon.